वेलकम, हेलो दोस्तों। आज बहुत टाइम बाद मैं YouTube लाइव कर रहा हूँ और आज मेरे लाइव करने का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट रीज़न है कि मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि जब आप इतनी सारी बुक्स पढ़ते हो तो उसका क्या फ़ायदा होता है। और हर किसी को अपनी ज़िंदगी में बुक्स पढ़नी होती है। जब इतनी सारी बुक्स से मेरा मतलब है इसी साल, अभी 2020 जब से स्टार्ट हुआ है तब से अभी तक मैंने ये सारी बुक्स पढ़ ली। और मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि इस बार अभी तक मेरा बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस रहा है। ये नए साल में सबसे अमेजिंग लाइफ चेंजिंग एक्सपीरियंस अगर मेरे साथ कुछ हुआ है, सो वो यही हुआ है कि मैंने इतनी सारी बुक्स पढ़ी हैं। एंड ट्रस्ट मी ऑन दिस, मैं सीरियसली आपको बोलना चाहूँगा, अगर हर एक बुक मतलब हर एक ऑथर अपनी लाइफ, अपनी पूरी की पूरी लाइफ आपको अपने को तो उसका पूरा का पूरा एक्सपीरियंस हफ्ते 10 दिन, मैक्सिमम 15 दिन में आपके पास आ जाता है। नाउ जस्ट इमेजिन, कोई अगर आज की डेट में 60 इयर्स का है, वो अपने फील्ड में एक बहुत ऊंचे मुकाम तक पहुंचा हुआ है और वो आपको अपना वन ऑन वन ज्ञान दे रहा है, तो आप उस ऊंचाइयों तक आपके लिए कितना इजी हो जाता है पहुंचना। आप वो गलतियां नहीं करोगे जो उसने अपनी जिंदगी में की है। इस वीडियो में मैं आपको बहुत ज़्यादा बातें नहीं बताऊँगा। मैं अभी क्विकली केवल आपको बेसिक चीज़ें इसी पॉइंट को एंडोर्स करते हुए बताऊँगा। जैसे ये आप बुक देखो, अभी मैं इसको पढ़ रहा हूँ। दिस इज़ गेटिंग टू येस, नेगोशिएशन एंड एग्रीमेंट विदाउट गिविंग इन। आप जो इसके ऑथर देख रहे हो, रॉजर फिशर एंड विलियम उरी, ये दोनों हार्वर्ड के प्रोफेसर्स हैं और 1970 से, यस, अभी ऑलमोस्ट 50 इयर्स होने वाले हैं, पिछले 50 साल से ये नेगोशिएशंस के ऊपर रिसर्च कर रहे हैं। इन्होंने हार्वर्ड में एक लैब फाउंड की है जहां पे ये नेगोशिएशंस के ऊपर रिसर्च करते हैं। अब इस बुक में इन्होंने शेयर किया है कि नेगोशिएशंस की बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट टेक्निक्स क्या हैं, कौन से नेगोशिएशंस। आई एम श्योर, क्या आपने कभी ऐसा चैलेंज अपनी लाइफ में फेस किया है कि आप किसी से नेगोशिएट कर रहे हो, मतलब हमेशा होता है हमारी जिंदगी में कि अ, किसी को आम खाना होता है और किसी, मतलब दो कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग बातें, जैसे आपका आपकी आपकी वाइफ, आपका फ्रेंड, आपके बिजनेस में पार्टनर, वो आपसे कुछ कह रहे हैं, उनका कुछ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, आपका कोई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, आप दोनों सेम चीज पे सेम टाइम पे अग्री नहीं करते हो। अब किसी एक का पॉइंट वहां पे चलेगा। नाउ मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स ऐसा होता है कि या तो सामने वाला या तो आपस में लड़ाई होने लगती है, या वो ऐसा सिचुएशन क्रिएट कर देता है, ही इज अ हार्ड पोजीशन होल्डर, वो कहता है ही इज नॉट रेडी टू बज इन। वो बोलता है कि यार नहीं, मतलब मैं तो, या तो आप मानो या जाओ। इस और आप एक सॉफ्ट पर्सन हो तो आप अल्टीमेटली मान लेते हो, क्योंकि आप कहीं ना कहीं उस रिलेशन को ज्यादा वैल्यू देते हो। और इवन दो उसकी बात उतनी इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी आप यू गिव इन, because of that relation you end up, both of you end up agreeing to that particular thing, and somewhere you are left dissatisfied, क्योंकि आप तो उसको मानना ही नहीं चाहते थे उस पॉइंट को। नाउ हियर इन दिस बुक ही हैज वेरी वेल शेयर्ड विथ यू कि ड्यूरिंग नेगोशिएशंस व्हाट आर द फोर फैक्टर्स दैट यू शुड कीप इन माइंड in order to lead the outcome to the best outcome, so that कि आपका रिलेशन भी खराब ना हो, और and there is a principled outcome out of that negotiation. So just imagine, अगर मुझे यही काम करना पड़ता, एंड लाइक ही हैज शेयर्ड इन दिस बुक द डिफरेंट एग्जांपल्स एट ग्लोबल लेवल, नेशनल लेवल, within the family, in business level, where people have simply applied these principles and end up getting the most favorable outcomes. Now just imagine, if I had to get the same very experience, what would I have to do? I would have to go into all those negotiations, and maybe like right now I am 32 years of age. तो by the time मैं 50 साल 55 साल की उम्र में पहुंचता, तो हो सकता है जो बातें ये कह रहे हैं मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस से सीख जाता। बट आज इनका एक्सपीरियंस मुझे पिछले 10 दिन में मिल गया। क्यों? क्योंकि मैंने इनकी ये बुक पढ़ ली। और जितने ब्यूटीफुली इन्होंने मेरे लिए ये बुक लिखी है मुझे समझाने के लिए, मैं तो जस्ट फैन हो गया इनका। सो दिस इज जस्ट वन बुक दैट आई एम, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये सारी बुक्स मैं आपको एक एक करके हाईली रिकमेंड करूंगा। सेकेंडली मैं आपको इनके इंपॉर्टेंस भी बताता चलूंगा। ओके, नाउ ये देखो, मतलब मैं, आप ये देखो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई जस्ट वांट टू शो यू, इस बुक में आप सिर्फ टाइटल्स पढ़ते जाओ। प्रॉफिट फर्स्ट, डे टू डे इकोनॉमिक्स, द चेकलिस्ट मैनिफेस्टो, सेवन हैबिट्स ऑफ हाईली इफेक्टिव पीपल, द ई मिथ रिविजिटेड, द 12-week fitness challenge, fitness project, the 4-hour work week, the unusual billionaire, and getting to yes. Now all of these books have so different variety of topics that each of them is a expertise in itself, right? Now the best thing with books is that uh, आप किसी भी फील्ड में, you by spending small amount of time you reach to the level where you understand the challenges of that particular self and end up reaching where these authors, these experienced authors have reached, as a result of their 20-30 years of spending. You just reach where they have reached in 10, 15, 20 days in the time span you spend on reading this particular book. Isn't that amazing? I just want to share with you my one of my I would say weaknesses, which now I have started turning into strength. What was that? I was coming from IIT. I was very easily fascinated from being a technocrat, understanding technology. I was and an entrepreneur, by the way. As an entrepreneur, मैं क्या होता था ना कि मैं बहुत जल्दी नए नए आइडियाज को लेके एक्साइटेड हो जाता था और मैं उनको ट्राई करने लगता था। सो व्हाट वाज द रिजल्ट? मैं अपना बहुत सारा टाइम, एनर्जी, मनी उस आइडिया के पीछे में भी 10 दिन, 15 दिन, 20 दिन, 1 महीना, 5 महीना, 6 महीना स्पेंड करता था। उसके बाद मेरा उस फील्ड से इंटरेस्ट खत्म हो जाता था क्योंकि मैंने उस फील्ड पे तो रिसर्च की नहीं होती थी। जस्ट किसी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे मे बी किसी इन्फ्लुएंसर ने मुझे बोल दिया कि ये बहुत लुक्रेटिव है, या मुझे कहीं से लग गया, कोई एक गट फीलिंग, सो कॉल्ड गट फीलिंग आ गई, कहीं से कुछ हंच आ गया और मैंने उसको स्टार्ट कर दिया। आओ देखा ना था सीधा आई नाउ आल्सो आई जस्ट डाइव इन, डीप डाइव। सो 6 महीने बाद मुझे फिर किसी नई चीज में आई डाइव्ड इन। अब वो 6 महीने तो मेरे वेस्ट हो गए। नाउ what I have started doing now, and it really satisfies my inner that animal spirit, I would say, or that interest spirit. It feeds my interest. What feeds my interest? These books. I just pick up the book which I really want to read, the area, the topic, the title which really excites me, which really makes me crazy. I just pick that up and I start reading that. Now what happens is that since that is really at the top of my mind, I'm getting an adrenaline rush for that. So I end up finishing that very quickly, reading that very fast, and in a very short span of time I learn. I through the author, I just meander all through what he has done. So I also meander through the author and end up experiencing the same experiences, experiencing the same challenges that he has challenged, understanding the mistakes that he has done, and I am not doing the same mistakes because I am learning from his mistakes. And in a very very short span of time, maybe 10 days, 15 days, whatever I spend on that, reading that book, how high is my adrenaline rush for that book, I through and through I just get what he has done. And maybe it just leaves me, after finishing that book, it leaves me with one particular thought. If not, I mean, I'm just very minimalistic on the number of thoughts. So even if it leaves me with just one minimalist, with one idea, one experience, the error which he did and he shared as his experience, it helps me in my work, it helps me in my day-to-day life, it helps me in bettering my sense of decision making. That is the power of book. Now you look at this, Saurav Mukherjee, he often comes in money talks, different kinds of financial news channels, and he is a stock analyst. And this book, Unusual Billionaires, in this book, he has shared some 14 to 15 companies, which as you just see, the visual is so interesting. He has put down he is the unusual person and the billionaire. Why? Because the management of that company, I mean, in this book, he has shared why that company has ended up being a billionaire company. That is what he has shared in this book. So what kinds of special qualities in the management or in the market size or the opportunity or their books or the investors or their strategies that they have used in the course of managing their company, uh, what was that in which particular company. So there are these gem companies, and he has shared, so it shares with you a thought process. Now as an investor, today I'm an investor as well. So as an investor, I pick that company, put my money in that company, because I know that yes, the management is rock solid. I have to do just little amount of research, because maximum research he has done it, and then it gives me the result. Just see how amazing it is now. Okay, so a must read for Indian stock lovers, for Indian value investors, because he has, the language is very simple. He has written it phenomenally well, and the companies, the way he has shortlisted, the analysis he has done for each of those companies, those are reading between the lines. In I mean, the it he's just great. He's just out of box in terms of analyzing these companies. Something that as investors we must learn from him. I must recommend it book. Okay, now let me come to my favorite, one of the favorite. I would say one of the favorite because I have a lot of favorite books. So this title, as you see, the 4-Hour Work Week. I mean, this guy has really gone me crazy. I was just longing for this book. That I really read this book, the 4-Hour Work Week. It just gives me. I'm just forgetting. Adrenaline rush. A kick. The topic, the very topic, 4-Hour Work Week. That's the kind of lifestyle I want to have, and that's what he has shared in this book. If I share with you just in one line what he has shared as a gist, one takeaway: the power of outsourcing. He has shared in this book, and uh, if you just learn that now, you will have a 4-hour work week. Just see, he is just lying down, how he is lying with his legs crossed between the on the beach, and this guy has done everything. I mean to say, he is a pianist, he is a sports player, he is a business, though he never talks of. He says that during my time when I'm bored, when I'm not doing anything, I do business. That's the 4-hour work week. A must read to have this kind of lifestyle. I also want to have, man. Come on. If you want to have this kind of lifestyle, it's always recommended. If you want to go anywhere, then follow the people who has been there and done that. He's the person who has been there and done that. You want that? Go get this copy, read it. Okay, now let me come to another book, the 12-Week Fitness Project. So this is the book. Rajita Devakar has been one of my favorite nutritionists. I have been following her since 2016. Yes, since 2016, I have been following Rajita Devakar because she talks of the nutritions which I really love to follow. I mean, she talks to eat ghee in your food. She talks to eat achar. She talks to eat, dahi, chawal, whatever, paratha with ghee, chawal, dal, sabji. These the जो दादी बोलती थी खाने को. That's what she says. I recommend you to eat the same things. She just tells you, how to eat them, how much to eat, and when to eat. Okay. Now I just want to share that since I was an overweight person. I mean, my weight was 89 kgs in February. So from mid of February till today, like today is 23rd of April, from 89 kg right now I am 81 kgs. So I have lost 8 kgs in last 2 months time, 4 kg per month. And yeah, I have been eating everything which is available at home. We are at lockdown right now. So it's just that I am regulating on the quantity that I eat. I am doing fasting once a week, which is Tuesday, Hanumanji ka din. And literally, I mean, I'm feeling so light, relaxed. It was on my mind. All my clothes were just not fitting me. I mean, I was so worried what will happen, I have gained so much, 89 kgs. There was a time 2 years back when I was 70 kgs. Yes. So just imagine, total 19 kgs. I had gained 19 kgs, man. It feels so good, man. It feels really very good. And the target is 77.5, the phase one, and then in phase two, I have to go again 60. Sorry, 70. Okay, so that was you must, and this is a very light read because mostly she has given photographs and I mean the writing style she has said. These are just very quick read. It is definitely you should go because she tells you about all the kinds of diets you should eat, and it's just available at your household in your fridge. Okay, now let me go to the next book. It's the E-Myth Revisited. And this Michael Gerber is the gem of a person. I really want to meet him personally and want to say thank you, Mr. Gerber, because you are the person who has literally introduced a new style of thinking to me. This was the book I read, the first book of 2020 that I read, and I'm so, so, so thankful to him that he has written this book. He has taught, if one thing I share with you, what he has taught, building up company as a franchisee model. Yes, that's his. I mean, franchisee models are just amazing. He talks in this book that you don't have to work for your business. You don't have to work in your business. Rather, you have to work for your business. There is a stark difference in it. He has explained it beautifully. A small book, a worth read. The way he just hooks you. If you are an entrepreneur, mind you, you have to read this book because unless you read this book, there is guarantee that just 2% chance of you changing your current lifestyle. Yes, do that, get it, read it, just see the E-Myth Revisited. Okay, yes, this is the book that I read 2 years back, and this is the sorry, I read it 3 years back. I've been rereading it, often, not much, just 2 pages, 3 pages, or somewhere like 4, 5 pages in between. And this is the book which really, there are n number of self-helps which are available across the world. And I really, it's my sincere advice to you, don't fall in the traps of reading self-help books. Definitely they help you, no doubt about it, but it's again a kind of vicious cycle. One self-help, then another self-help. Just get one and stick to it. And I would say this is the self-help book which you should be reading. I mean, okay, okay, one sec. I just want to correct myself. I won't recommend you one self-help. Definitely, I would recommend you, let's say, five self-helps or maybe max 10 self-helps. But don't go beyond that, Each new self-help you get and you read. No, please don't do that. Just stick to 10 self-helps, read them maybe 10 times. That's much better than reading 100 self-helps one time. So this is one of those 10 self-helps. Really very effective. He has in chronological order, he has made you he talks about different kinds of daily planners, weekly planners, then what kind of person you want to be, how to be effective with your team, what is the difference between being efficient, being effective. I mean, all sorts of things he tells you. I just get it. What the power of commitment, and very lucidly, like chapter wise, he explained all of that. Must read. Okay. Now this again, one of my favorites, Atul Gawande, the Checklist Manifesto. So, you know what is the meaning of manifesto? Manifesto means एक तरीके का उसको the parties which they release their manifesto, that चुन घोषणा पत्र. Manifesto is घोषणा पत्र. So this is the checklist manifesto. This the fourth wonder of the world. If you want to, sorry, the ninth, 10th wonder of the world. Eighth, sorry, this is the ninth wonder of the world. The eighth wonder of the world is the compounding effect, which Albert Einstein, mentioned, and Warren Buffett uses it extensively. Now, the 10th wonder of this world is the checklist manifesto. Because anything you want to get right, you need to have checklists in place. Go grab it. I mean, whatever, whosoever you are a businessman, you are an entrepreneur, you are a student, you are a homemaker, you are a service employee, you are a sports person, you are a TV anchor, whatever you are, you do need a checklist, right? Go get it. Now, this is another book. See, I am an economist by education from IIT Kanpur. I did MSc Integrated Economics, 5-year dual degree course. I hardly studied in college, I would put it like this. But so I mean, that was the purpose why I grabbed this book, because I wanted to be just to understand the basics of economics. So I thought I did not do it properly in college, so let me redo it. So I bought this book by Shri Satish Devdhar. He is an IEM professor, and this is day-to-day economics. So just with the concept that at least I will know the basics of economics. Actually, my wife bought it, Shalini. She is chartered accountant, so she got it. I loved the title, so I just picked it up and read it end to end. And he has so lucidly, actually in a layman's language, he has explained the day-to-day economics, how the economy works, how money works, how microeconomics works, how the businesses work, what is monopoly, how the governments make their budgets. You would just get a very good idea of the things happening around you, and as a layman, you will be able to make sense of it. Just get it. I mean, it's fantastic. It's fantastic read. Anyone can understand it. I know that I was an economist. Definitely, I was longing to understand economy. But even when you are not economists, you also would be longing to understand economy, right? Because it's very important. Then only you identify your opportunities, and then just by getting it, reading it, you would be able to understand things. Please do it. Yes, my friend. Worth a read. Worth a read. And let me tell you, you would tell me thank you after. You would say, thank you, Bhaskar. Thank you for suggesting to read this book. Thank you. Next. Profit First. Okay, so today this is the last book that I'm going to share with you. And by Mike, another I mean, really fantastic book. He Here he explains just one concept. He says profit first. He says no utilities, no payrolls, no taxes, no supplies, profit first. And he has just he says it's a way of life and transform the fundamental equation, which is revenue minus expenses is equal to profits. You are going to turn You are going to transform your business from cash eating monster to a money making machine. I hope this session was useful to you. I really wanted to do this live session with you because I wanted to share my experience of reading books with you. And let me tell you, I am an author myself. This is my book, Three Horrible Mistakes, which more than 90% politicians, including you, make in elections. If ever you want to be a politician, a successful one, get a copy of this. It's available on Flipkart and very soon it will be available on Amazon as well. Go grab it, read it if you want to be a politician. If not, get any of these or any of the ones that you want to read and just read it, man. Be a reader, be an avid reader. Write to me. I would really love to, share with you my books, get your books, and we could buddy up. Thank you. Bye bye.